So let's talk Ubisoft. Ubisoft had their conference a couple days ago, so finally getting into it. Going to talk about it. I have a couple notes here, and let's discuss this one. So once my favorite game company of all time is now one of my least favorite game companies of all time. I think that they just make just whatever they think people want but don't, and they just keep pumping out the same thing year after year and year after year, and it just has got annoying. So maybe they'll turn that around with this press conference. Spoilers. Not really, but we'll get into it. My hopes were that they would show a Prince of Persia game. They did not. So, whatever. I kind of doubted that they would, but they did. So let's get into the first game they showed, which was Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Still, terrible name. Terrible name, but I'm going to get deeper into this game. I actually liked the Wii Rabbids games. I thought they were really fun. A lot of people think that they're stupid and dumb, but I actually really enjoyed them for some reason. I don't know why. Then again, I was really young, so maybe if I played it again now, I would not like it as much. So let's see. They brought up Miyamoto, which was really cool. The weapons actually look really cool in the game. There's a lot of cool different weapons you can get, and they look really neat. I don't know if it's just one weapon per character or whatever it is. I think it might be that, but they are really cool looking, so I actually like the design of the game in general. So the creative director had like tears in his eyes when Miyamoto was complimenting him and telling him how great the game was. So that was kind of interesting to see, kind of neat, kind of sad, but sweet in its own little way. Miyamoto said that he wanted a Mario game that isn't jumping. He said, I want a Mario game with Rabbids, but not jumping. I want that at all. So what they did was kind of make an XCOM game, but for children, which is neat. So what they did is they have a tactical turn-based game where you're trying to fight the other team. It's turn-based, and you're trying to like decide if you want to do cover mechanics or jump full in or go straight towards them. I mean, you probably know what turn-based games are. Fire Emblem is an example. But anyway, it actually looks really cool. There's cool abilities to different characters that they have. They have their own abilities. Like Mario has this one where like he can attack while the other team is having their turn if they move. So he can do an attack like that. So I think it's pretty cool. They have unique abilities to themselves. Oh yeah, and there's a team jump. So you can like if one character goes, then the other character goes, and the other character can get to the spot where another one of your characters is. Sounds confusing. Then that character can jump on top of the other character that was already standing there and get a little bit further. It kind of like gets a little boost, a little space boost, so you can kind of go further than you normally would. There are also pipes you can go into, as you would expect from Mario. There's pipes you can go into to kind of shortcut around the area. There's cover. You can get like behind cover. There's explosive cover, which they do different things. There's different cover that like if someone shoots at it or someone activates something on it, then it will do something to the person who's taking cover, I guess. So anyway, different kind of cover that's there. Environmental effects, and elemental effects, so stuff like fire and ice and water, things like that you'd expect from games. But it looks really neat. It's kind of like, it looks almost more Worms-ish to me. Kind of looks a little crazier, like how Worms is kind of just like silly and crazy. It looked kind of silly and crazy, so I'm kind of excited. It actually looks pretty fun, and whenever they showed the Donkey Kong Rabbit, I completely smiled because I thought that was adorable. Anyway, so it actually looks kind of fun. I might pick that up. It looks pretty interesting. Then they showed Assassin's Creed Origins. I'm just not super interested in this at all. I mean, it looks better than the recent like 2 games I guess that they've had, but it just kind of looks the same. I talked about this more in the Xbox One, but it just looks. I don't know. A lot of people are into it, which is fine. That's cool. Like what you like, man. But for me personally, not super into it. But anyway. Yeah, it looks pretty though. I do like the Egypt stuff, and everything else looks pretty cool in it, but the gameplay itself does not interest me very much, and it's still a terrible name. Assassin's Creed Origins? Come on, guys. Then they showed the Crew 2. They used a Kaleo song during this. I took some side notes when I recognized a song that was in the press conferences, but anyway, they used a Kaleo song. And for the Crew 2, they're not just doing driving, they're mixing ground races and water races and air. So that's kind of neat. I have the first Crew game, but I've never played it, so I don't know if it's good or not. I'm not a huge racing person, so maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe it's good. Who knows? I heard it was okay, so but I guess that's enough to make a sequel. Then they showed South Park: The Fractured But Whole. It's finally coming out in October, which we already knew. It looks great. I want to play more of the Stick of Truth, because I didn't really play very much of that. But this looks super solid, so I'm excited for it. But I just wish it wasn't delayed so many times. But anyway, we'll see. It looks pretty good. Then they showed Transference. I have no idea what it is. It looks kind of neat though, stylistically wise. Like the trailer was cool. There was no gameplay or anything at all. It's mainly live action. I think it was all live action actually. But they showed Elijah Wood. He's like one of the creative directors behind the game, and it just looks trippy. So I don't know. I'll have to see way more of that before I have any like opinions on it. But anyway, that's 2018, I think. So then they showed Skull and Bones, which is pretty much the opposite of Sea of Thieves. It is a pirate game, but unlike Sea of Thieves, it is very realistic and serious, which is what I'm totally not into at all. Yeah, it honestly looks like a game we'll forget in a couple weeks. So I don't know. The PvP modes are cool, where you can just it's just straight PvP, ship versus ship. That's cool. I really am over the pre-rendered cutscenes. Please just show me more gameplay, less of the cutscene thing. Sometimes it's neat. If you don't have any gameplay to show, I understand. But if you do have gameplay to show, then just show the gameplay. Whatever. Anyway, there's unique ships with different strengths and weaknesses, so some are better at ramming each other, some are better at speed, things like that you'd come to expect. Take yourself a little too seriously, like I said, but it could be fun. I don't know, I'd have to see more of it. They showed a Kraken at the end, which is cool, because who doesn't love a good Kraken? Then they showed Just Dance 2018. Okay. Just Dance games are actually fun. I do think they're fun, but why is this game coming to the Wii? Why? Now, I understand a lot of people who still use a Wii play Just Dance. It's kind of like one of the only games they play on it. But why the fuck is it coming to the Wii? Come on, guys. Come on. I know a lot of people have a Wii, but I'm just saying. Is this like the last game ever made for the Wii, or 2018 Just Dance going to come out for the Wii as well? I don't know. It's very odd, though. But anyway, Just Dance 2018. Coming to the fucking Wii. Okay. Then they showed South Park Phone Destroyer. We didn't show this right back to back with the South Park game, but whatever. It's a download mobile game for South Park. Yes, please. I'm into it. So I'll download that immediately when that comes out. Then they showed Starlink Battle for Atlas. And this is literally what I said out loud when this trailer started. I wrote it down. I said, what the fuck is that? Literally, my real first words after seeing the Nintendo Switch accessory, or I guess all the consoles accessory, little thing you connect to the controller and you have like a plastic ship on. That's literally what I said. I just looked at it. I was like, what the fuck? What is that? And then then they showed more of it. They showed like switching the pieces. And I said, what the fuck am I looking at? Those are literally my real reaction. I said it out loud to myself while I was watching this press conference. Because it just looks so weird. The toys look amazing. They do. They look really cool. They look really detailed and stuff, which is very neat for a toy-to-life game. And I'm a sucker for toy-to-life games, so I'm kind of screwed there. But you can also buy it digitally if you don't want to buy the physical toys. I'm sure it's cheaper digitally. It has to be, right? But you can buy it digitally if you don't want just to buy the toys. You can just buy the ships on digital, I guess. Which is interesting. Kind of defeats the whole purpose. But it's called Starlink, and it's coming to everything. Coming to the Switch, the PS4, and Xbox One, apparently. So I'm super excited for that, actually. It looks really weird and a money sink, but I'm into it. I'll spend a lot of money on that game, but it looks pretty fun. I like ships. I like toys. You got me. Anyway, then they showed Steep, Road to Olympics. So Steep looks fun, but I haven't played it yet. That's pretty much it for that. Next, they showed Far Cry 5. I'm still mad they didn't call Far Cry 4 Cry. But whatever. I like the fanatical cult aspects of it. I can't wait to blow these assholes like away and kill all of them. But yeah, they're just pure evil. They really get your blood boiling in a way. So well done, Far Cry team. You really showed how terrible these people are. And you're just like, oh, I hate these people immediately. So very good. I haven't gone in on a Far Cry game for a long time, but I might have to get this one because it looks really, really cool. I like the whole aspect of it. And the last thing they showed was Beyond Good and Evil 2. I have not played the first one. I don't really know anything about it. And this is a cinematic-only trailer, which I'm usually against, but my god is it good. The acting was fantastic. I wanted to watch this movie rather than even play the game. And I love the whole atmosphere, the animals mixed with humans. I mean, it's awesome. Again, I haven't played the first one, so I'm really not familiar with this, but it looks really cool. After about 15 years is when the first game was, this is finally coming out, finally getting a sequel. The creative director was yet again crying and thanking the CEO of Ubisoft, I'm assuming. The president, I guess. Yeah, he was just so super happy. And it looks amazing. I mean, again, it's just a cinematic, but just the style in the world looks wonderful. So I have the first one. I'm gonna have to go play that. Because man, this looked really good. And that was pretty much the end. That was the Ubisoft conference. It was really neat, actually. I thought that everything they had was cool, minus some things I wasn't that into, like Assassin's Creed. But none of it was like a lull. None of it was just like, oh, okay, who cares? Let's move on. Maybe Steep would be one, and maybe The Crew too, I guess. But honestly, even those, they made a good, gave them the right amount of time, gave them the right amount of feel for it, gave the right amount of gameplay for them. Some of them had no gameplay, but besides that, they showed the right amount for each game. It wasn't just like breezing through game after game after game like Xbox did, and it wasn't giving way too much time to just who cares games like Sony did and Nintendo did as well. It was just like, it showed enough. So, I liked it. I thought Ubisoft did really, really well, actually. So, a game company that I used to love, now don't love at all, did pretty good. And I might pick up some of the games that they showed. So, good job, Ubisoft. I think you did a pretty good press conference. But other than that, let me know your thoughts on the Ubisoft press conference in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys think, what your favorite game of it was, and just anything else you want to say to me. That's pretty much it. I got to film the Sony one last, and then I am done with E3, so that's going to be pretty fun. All right. See you guys in the next one.